Manfred and Siggy, hello.
Hello, hello.
Very nice to see you again. Sorry,
What a privilege for us. Thank you, Your Highness. Thank you.
I think it was 2017 we met each other for the first time, wasn't it? It's lovely to see you again.
You may remember Siggy and I met in 1944 in the camps. And then by chance we met again later on, and we are friends to this day. A younger brother was murdered in the camps. And so instead of having 4 of us in the family, there were just 3.
And how old was he, Manfred?
He was 7 years old when he was taken into the camp, and 9 years old when he was taken away to be murdered.
He's just so young, and this is the horror.
Yes, I was then 13, and I was already going out to work each day. That is what saved my life. I was always fairly strong for my age. We were facing a selection, which meant shuffling single file forward until each one of us faced an SS man who would say left or right. And by that time, we knew that left meant death today, right meant survive until the next selection at least. I was sent towards those spared. My mother was sent to those to be murdered. And she resourcefully managed. It was miraculous. Both, as I shuttled forward, the man behind me whispered to me, if he asks you your age, say you're 17. In fact, I had just passed my 14th birthday. But as he had primed me, he did ask me that question, and I said 17. I pondered on it, but I'll never know whether that man saved my life. I never saw him again. He was behind me. I don't know which way he was sent. He's in my thoughts as my angel who primed me. I don't think I would have had the resource myself to say 17.
And Manfred, what long-term impact has it had on families like yourselves, the horrors that you witnessed and experienced?
Well, I know that many survivors have not had a peaceful night's sleep. Many, even to this day, that they invariably have nightmares. I was really lucky. I was probably one in a million, perhaps, who had both parents alive after the war. All my friends, including my friend Ziggy, none of them had 2 parents alive. I had a home life.
Of course, in 1940, every Jew had to be in a certain place, which was the ghetto. And in the ghetto, I was working there for 4 years. If you couldn't work, you were useless, you didn't get any food. But I was working, and working till about 1944. In 1944, they said, we've got to get rid of everybody because the Russians are very near. Could I, if I want to, I can go with a metal factory where I worked to Germany. So after a few days, we came to the station. And I said to my grandmother, I can't see any trains. She said, they're standing in front of you. I said, that's not for us, that's for animals, not for me. Anyway, they opened those doors, they get it in, and they started putting people in. There was no way you could sit down. If you sat down, they sat on top of you. So I didn't know. So I was praying. Maybe I was so bad, that I said to myself, I hope somebody will die. I'll have where to sit down. And next morning, every morning they used to take out the dead bodies. So eventually I had where to sit down. And, and I can get rid of it, up till today. How could I think a thing like that?
And am I right in thinking that you met your wife here in the UK?
Yes, We got married, we had a life, and today I've got 2 daughters, 6 grandchildren, and 5 great-grandchildren. What a life I had.
Here I was yesterday looking at this wonderful photograph.
Yes, I remember.
Does it bring back memories to you?
Absolutely. It feels like it
Yes.
was yesterday, Manfred. It doesn't feel like it was that long ago.
Yes, yes, indeed.
The stories that you both have shared with me again today, and your dedication in educating the next generation, the younger generation, about your experiences and horrors of the Holocaust shows extreme strength and such bravery in doing so, and it's so important and so inspirational. So thank you so much for once again sharing your stories with me, and for all the work that you do in sharing your experiences.